to read this Christmas story called Little Tree, and it's perfect that I'm sitting under this big tree because this big tree was once a little tree like the tree in this story. This story is by Chris Raschka, but it's inspired by a poem by E.E. Cummings. So I'm going to read the poem by E.E. Cummings first, and then the story by Chris Raschka. Little tree, little silent Christmas tree, you are so little. You're more like a flower. Who found you in the green forest, and were you very sorry to come away? See, I will comfort you because you smell so sweetly. I will kiss your cool bark and hug you safe and tight, just as your mother would. Only don't be afraid. Look, the spangles that sleep all year in a dark box, dreaming of being taken out and allowed to shine, the balls, the chains, red and gold, and the fluffy threads. Put up your little arms, and I'm going to give them all to you to hold. Every finger will have its ring, and there won't be a single place dark or unhappy. And then, when you're quite dressed, you'll stand in the window for everyone to see, and how they will stare. Oh, but you'll be very proud. And my little sister and I, we will take hands, and looking at our beautiful tree, we will dance and sing. Noel, Noel. E.E. Cummings. The little tree had a little dream. The little tree dreamed of being a Christmas tree, a beautiful Christmas tree, in a city far, far away, in a place he'd never seen but only dreamed of, with his own little family in his own little house. The little tree had to leave this little green forest, the mountains and all the other trees he had known all his life, to find a new life, his dream life, in a far, far away place. A little truck drove back and back and back and back into the mountains and found the little tree standing high on its little hill. The little truck took the little tree to a little train, and the little train rolled through the mountains, over the hills, past the farm and little towns, to the little big city. The little tree stood with all the other trees on a little sidewalk on a little street in the little big city. A little boy, a little girl, a little mother and father and their little dog walked up and down the little streets of the little big city, looking and looking and looking for their own special, just right, one and only perfect tree. At last, they found the little tree, their own little tree, waiting for them on a little sidewalk. The little family hailed a cab and took their little tree to their little apartment building. The little doorman lifted the little tree out of the trunk, and the little elevator carried the little family and the little tree up, 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 up to the little family's little home. The little girl and the little boy decorated the little tree, and the little tree lifted up his arms lifted up his little branches like little arms to show off all the little ornaments and the ribbons and the chains and the lights. The ornaments had come from other faraway places, just to hang on the branches of this little tree. The little dog barked at all the blinking lights. The little tree had found his own special place in the world, a special little place that was waiting for him all his life. And that is the story about the little tree.